cat wants to say hello. Alright, let's go murder this guy. Yes, come on. Come on. Come on. Who's that couple? Come on. Come on. Who's a couple? Who's a couple? Huh? Are you a good boy? I hope you are. Alright, go on. Go on. Okay. He's decided he wants to, you know, hang out for a second. Alright. Good. Oh yeah, that's that other questline thing. Now we're looking for a specific fleet over here. Who knows? He could be anywhere. It's neither of those. I know what we can do with this in Nexerelin. Install a comm sniffer. Meow. Intel is if you this. Oh, it's just so you can see what's going on inside the system when you're not in there. Yeah, let's do it. What? What the fuck do you want, cats? You're just constantly screaming right now. Alright. Let's see. Well, let's go find these guys. Oh, there you are. Had to go find you, of course. Oh no, there's that guy with his stuff off. How could he? Come here. Oh no, the Persealings have severed us. Whatever shall we going to do? Let's deploy everything, and we actually need to jump into this one. Yes. I'm going after you, buddy. You're super dead. Really, because you could just be really annoying if you want to be. Alright, well, that was fast. You will be next. Oh, well, I guess he won't be next. Who's left? Those two guys. Complete overkill. Shooting a fighter with an antimatter blaster. We're good. We don't want any of those. Is like the door closed, and that's why you're. 1 second. Door's open. He just wants attention. He wants to play. That's what it is. He wants to play. Hang on, come here. You want to see what's on the other side of it? Okay. Come on. He wanted to see what was on the other side of the closet. And then, well, something fell down and he ran for his life. It was coming for him, clearly. Alright, that's good. We didn't get any prisoners, did we? Hey. Wait. No, that's no prisoners. Blast. Alright then. Let's see, what other jobs we got? Dead drop, and that's it. Sounds good. Let's go dead drop over there then. As the pirates are now welcoming, are now cooperative to us. Your exploits are legendary and your underworld connections and influence enviable. Well, alright then. Resurgence in Gilead has failed. That works. And if you're wondering once you have enough supplies and the ability to develop, the ability to just get them at will, anything that is essentially that it's just going to cost you supplies is essentially pointless. Seems to be something over here. Probably a research station. Yeah. Alright. That one's over there. Oh, he's gonna go check it out now. Interesting. Let's go drop this off. Alright. The pirates love us. That's good. Right. Streaming about an hour. So that works. Let's see, that's all the jobs there. Cooperative is good enough. Okay, cooperative is good enough. If we get, as we get cores, we can just hand those off to these guys, and they'll absolutely love us for it. So they can, you know, take this incredibly valuable thing and smash it. That's essentially what they're just gonna do. They're gonna smash it, grind it down, and then put it in the soil and hope they can, like, I don't know, grow it into something. Let's see. Let's go back to Matanzas. Meow. Alright. Plus we're getting money. That's good. I like money. Money's useful. And if you have ATI, the game hitches a little bit like that, at least on recording. My assumption is that's when it's going over 60 frames per second, even though it's not supposed to. I'd have to, like, line it up with what you can see up there, just to see if that's what's actually going on. Okay, let's throw that in storage. Excellent. No. Alright, so we've done a bunch of those. The pirates love us. We just need to get our action up with the path, which is arguably more difficult than the pirates. Because the pathers don't have as many planets. It's harder to get contacts with them. So, let's see. Contacts. Have any dirty pather contacts? No, unfortunately. Letic Church contacts are pointless because Letic Church is dead. As you can see, they don't even exist. Let's see. Operatives, you're doing your thing over there. There's a whole scoreboard thing there. Population. So TriTac seems to be doing pretty well. Is this to win the game? Winning factional alliance must control at least 50% of the sector's total market size and have 1.5 times the runner-up's total size. Oh, so we just made everything have heavy industry. We win, like, instantly? That seems kind of interesting. I mean, we were kind of going to do that anyway. I was just... Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Oh, we're good. Diplomacy. Oh, this is another way you can win? You mean you can just win the game by being friendly with everyone? But that's piss easy to do. You just farm stuff from the... You just farm the pirates. Until you get to, like, required level 4 with everyone. That seems a bit too easy. This also seems a bit too easy because we're almost, going to get past them. Hedge only has 2 of them, and of course, this is assuming that you're not building them yourself. So this would be if you, like, had a super fleet and then just started taking these things. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So we are friendly or... I guess the pirates can't win. So Matanzas, we actually want to start generating some cash again. Instead of just generating, like, friends. So, let's do that. We're going to go to the fleets. Take our 2 tankers, take our... probably not our new flagship. Take a bunch of those. Take a bunch of these. I guess we'll take that one. And then take these for good measure. We can always just... We don't have the penalties of this until we leave. So, let's see. Yes, honey? What's up? Are you just really bored right now? Incredibly bored. Who's our bored boy? He is so bored. He is so incredibly bored. Okay, all that is going to work just fine. Now let's put them in the order I want. We'll go with enforcers, then carriers, then phase ships. So I need to put some of those condors back. We will, and that'll be good. After, of course, we strip them. Okay, so you 3 that don't have anything. 1, 2, 3. So we have enough. We have a ton of storage. We have a ton of fuel. We can take a lot of people. We can lose a lot of people. So now let's go and rebuild everything. Oh god, he's shedding like crazy. Okay, so we can do that. Excellent. Wonderful. Mostly wunderbar. You know, we're working on it. Maybe you'll be better with this one. It does the job. Does the job, and that's still going to be better. We'll instead replace this with a machine gun. There. Alright, that works. Gives us 2 more points to spend, I guess. Yes. Come on. What's up? So let's see. What do we got? Put that on there. Did we actually ever get another Reaper? No. But the medley's mostly going. You're going to be the interesting one. Who's your purple? Because we don't have our death fleet of medley Moors yet. Once we get those, we'll essentially just win the game. A medley Moor is basically this, but we have another Reaper over here, and in essence, it just slaughters everything in the game when you can deploy 16 of them at once. So, there's not much the enemy can do about it. Right, let's strip. Also, these are nice for ground support. Now, these can't have the nice... They can't have the buff to hangars. The expanded hangar, whatever, hangar bay. So they can't have that. Which means we can kind of just focus on putting the stuff that we want on them. What do we have a lot of? We have talons. We have a lot of talons. Let's just throw talons on them for now and see what else we can throw on them. Now we can also turn these into combat ships, but we don't have those specific hull mods yet. Now if we just give it militarized subsystems, then it moves slightly faster. It already moves at a speed of 9 because it's a civilian grade hull, and we have that upgrade, and we have ships that move slower than 9. So it'll work. So that really just means we can crap these things out, and their main purpose is just flooding the enemy with like fighters. We'll eventually get better fighters for them. That's kind of what they are right now. They don't turn very well. We should probably up that, eh? What is its maneuverability? I don't see it. You'd think that thing would be incredibly obvious. It's not top speed, it's like turn rate or something like that. Okay, thanks. Thanks for doing a terrible job with that. Alright, where's the turn rate? Is there a turn rate here? No. Okay. Well, the devs have something to work on. Because the turn rate isn't shown, which it probably should be. Okay, so let's do that. And now let's give it some defenses, shall we? Its main job is it needs to be able to defend itself from missiles and... actually, we need some weapons on it. Some actual offensive weapons. So we can put those on there. We have lots and lots of Vulcan cannons, which can be useful. Also needs at least some kind of... Let's see, this is going to be 1700. It has that at minimum. Okay. Let's try to give it... And if we get rid of hardened subsystems, we can throw in a bunch of more stuff. And plus, these aren't really going to live that long anyway. So we slap some mortars on the front. That brings us up to needing 310 to fire everything at once. We should move these up there. So that way, that can cover most of that. Sounds good. Alright, I guess we'll put it there. They just cover those things in guns, don't they? Okay, let's try something else. So we go with warthogs and... well, we'll just go with thunders. We're putting Vulcan cannons on them. Thunders are nice because that means this has longer range. Can stay farther out of enemy range. So that can work nicely. It also means that hardened subsystems is probably a good choice. And because we want it to just stay out of combat whenever possible. Now we have lots of mortars, so I guess we can slap those on there. So we need to go up to 230. We got that, slap the rest on there. Alright, sounds good. Let's call that this one. Alright, and now you guys just... whatever we've got. Sounds great. Alright. Those are all essentially taken care of. Let's repair our stuff. Let's put all this in storage. Excellent, wonderful, wunderbar. Let's take all that. And then, let's see. We need about 3,000 crew. We want all the fuel. We're going to need some Marines, so we'll take those. And we could probably sell stuff. Okay, so Olenadu wants a lot of those. Scathy wants a lot of those. We can probably sneak into Olenadu, and we might be able to sneak into Scathy. So, let's take those. Scully and Olenadu both want these for a nice price. So assuming we're going to do both, because both of them want those. Okay, so we're going to take 1,000 supplies just for now. And let's see, we're over here. Let's go to Virgin Gorda. How many Marines do we need? You know, I mean, more Marines is good if we're going to attack people. We probably don't need 600 Marines. 100 is probably sufficient. And we'll say 200 is sufficient. Just so we can maintain control. Let's go over to Liberatia. before we go back to Port Royal. Okay, so how many of these do we actually need? 800. No one wants... What? Oh, less than 100. It's not worth it to sell those. Gilead, Chalcedon, Tartessus. They all want these for a nice price, and as does Chalcedon. Let's go see with Port Royal how many drugs these guys want. That's going to be a big one. So let's see. Drugs. Who wants drugs? Lilian Raider Base wants 1,600 of those. We'll take all of those. They want some of those. They don't want them for enough. Boulogne wants these for a nice amount. About twice the price. 1,000. So we'll take 1,000 to Boulogne. They both want 2,000 each. We could take that. We can do our big supply runs later. Thulians want 500 of those. We'll take 500. And this would be 4,000. Assuming we can carry that much. We can. We'll take the rest as supplies. Hopefully, we can afford to get all this where it needs to go. So we need to go to Olunadu first. That'll let us drop off a bunch of this stuff. Then we're going to go to the Thulian Raider Base, then Coulon, then to Scathi. Sounds great. To Olunadu we go. As our giant fleet of death and destruction is, you know, trying to do its thing. We should probably put ourselves on one of these. Actually, if we put ourselves in it, we give it a malice because it's not getting the bonus that it could be getting from this one. So it's actually counterproductive to do that. Alright, we're heading to Olunadu. We have a pretty big detection range. Alright, so they want some of those, some of these, none of those, none of these, none of those. Meow. And let's head up to the Thulian Raider Base. As he checks out these strange, fantastical things called cables. He's like, what is that? It's so strange. Oh, Matanza's got the next size up. But isn't that nice? Let's repair our stuff, and let's sell these. So they wanted all those, they want half of these, and a lot of those. They don't want any of these, which is fine with me. Oh no! Oof. We almost sold those on the white market. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be taxed. Right. Who's that bad boy? Are you just bored or something? Like, what's going on? Is that how he thinks I'm talking to him? Okay, nice. Guess we'll take some broadswords, why not? Oh, the seedy commodity traders. He wants 200 domestic goods delivered here as soon as possible. Well, I mean, he's in luck because... he's also not in luck because we're just going to Coulon. We'll just sell things at a higher rate there. So that works for me, and then we'll see what we can do about all the other stuff. Hello, fourth viewer. Need to wait for that to burn off. Alright, let's go. They're friendly. Oh, they're neutral. They don't really care about us. And they don't really have any they don't care about a lot of stuff. Like, they don't care about these, they sell them on the white market. So, alright, sell those, sell these. Oh yeah, that's it. Alright, sounds good. Scally still wants those, and those. Good price? Still good price. Sounds fantastic. You guys sell supplies for a good price? You do? Excellent. Wonderful. Well, let's get out of here. Unless we can get another Reaper. What's that? Or a Mora. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's leave. To Scathy we go. Right, we need to slip in here. Somewhere where the hedge isn't going to suspect us. Mrazelvelg has that base next to it. There's Complex Ragnar there. Ragnar Complex there. So, Glasnir, they pretty much have this entire place colonized and covered. A bit of a pain for smuggling it in with a gigantic fleet. So, let's see. Where are the neutrals? So this is neutral. Where are the neutrals in here? I guess they took them over. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's go to the Friends jump point there. Yes. Goodbye. You think costing me supplies scares me? I have infinite money. Alright, we need to somehow sneak over to... Maybe they won't notice. We just got in here, officer. What's he doing? Okay, sounds good. We just arrived, officer. We're not criminals. Clearly. As long as we can get in. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, now they're hostile. That's wonderful. Alright then. Well, Scathy, burn in hell. Alright, let's head back home to Matanzas. And then we can start raiding them. We should take one of their nano forges. Also, we're doing just fine. So, someone got to the next size up, despite us not making, like, doing anything really to increase them. So you're at plus 28%. Your growth is happening. We're not hazard paying you though. I think it's just because of the stability, right? High stability, high access. There's all kinds of things. Alright, so I need to put something on you. I have something on everybody else, right? That's Port Royale. Matanzas, I am going to slap commerce on you. Orbital works. I command. He would otherwise have mining, but I will put commerce on there, I think. That increases income by 25%. We can put a points into that, increase it by another, what is it? 25%. So we get 50% extra money. Pretty good stuff. Now, what about this? Make improvement there. Increases production by 1 unit. That's okay. Not amazing. I think we can also put a core on commerce that will make it to where it also gives us more money. So that's always nice. Building that. And then Tortuga. Barbary Bay. It was you. Yeah, we're just going to slap mining on this. Well, no, we're going to slap commerce on that one. Port Royale. Yeah, and that will make this way more profitable. Because it's not the total credits per month that goes up by 25%. It's the total profits. So that means we're looking at, this thing makes like 58 grand a year, a month. So that's going to go up by 25%, so it'll actually go up by like 12. And over here, Matanzas, the overall income and exports income. So over here, is it just income or is it whatever? So if it's everything, then that will increase by what 60 grand times, well, 30 and then 15, so that would go up by 15. Or if it's only that 30 grand from local income, which I hope not, but then that would be like 7, which would make this profitable. So yeah, it is what it is. But alright, that should be good. But alright guys, it does look like that's all the time I have right now, so we will catch you guys next time. Bye everyone. Wait. There we go. Hello again everyone. Come on again. Technical difficulties. Alright, let's do this. Right, so what were we doing? It's always a good thing to open a new stream to, right? It's like, huh? Remember, if your introduction is hey, then you know you got some great material going there. Right? So all right, let's repair our stuff. All right, we have our death fleets. Could be better, could be worse. Yeah. So this actually needs to change ever so slightly, so that it works for these two. And that is the CMP goes over there, and then this pulsar goes there. And they all pretty much, nothing else changes. There we go. It looks kind of janky, but when we put that on this, it'll have one of these, and one of those, and one of these. So that'll work. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's the Freeman. So let's see. What else can we do? I think we actually made a version of this recently that we're going to make into a new video. I guess you guys can see it early, because I actually need to move it. Let's see. Oh, that's it. So we went with phase coils and that, and pretty much everything's the same. Okay, sounds good. Well, it works. Yay! Okay, so yeah, we don't have the things that we specifically need for that, I guess. But, you know, good enough. There's a version for the shade, I think. Like the brawler shade. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so, what were we doing? Aside from selling supplies for money. Because I want that sweet, sweet money. Who wants that? Well, that's just too bad. Let's put these away. Let's drop all of this off. Gilead wants some of those. Tortesus wants a lot of those. Casadon wants a lot of those. Umbra, you know, they don't want it enough. Tortesus wants those for not a good price. Umbara wants these for not a good price. So it seems as though we need 3,000 crew. All the fuel and supplies we can carry. Right. Now we just need to go to Gilead, the Bartesus, and the Casadon. And start selling stuff. That'll help us to make lots of money. Why did we do that? It's right there. Either way, let's go. For profit and making our stuff better. And not allowing anyone else to win the game. Now we are selling stuff for legitimate reasons. Alright, cool. Let's sell these. Thanks for the money. Ooh. We'll take them. Our Muir can use some of those. And I think I'll take those as well. Sounds great. Okay, so. You're gonna like those. Sounds good. Alright, down to the bar, Mr. Dark Corner. Got his whole shifty eyes. Right. Well, let's get out of here and make our way over to Gilead, which was taken just recently by the dirty Tritax, by the corporate douchebags. Gotta love him, gotta hate him. Corporate douchebags. Go on, my smuggler friend, do what you do best. Hello, everyone. Let's repair our stuff. Let's sell all those in the black market. Let's also update our Muir. Because we have that Muir, so we should update it slightly. So this needs to be a repair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, not 4. Put that there. And, yeah, that's good. Alright, sounds good. We are super dangerous. Okay, good. Everything's linked. We can have those be alternating, that's fine. And I think that's actually the Medley Mora. So we're going to rename this to Medley. And then we're going to auto-fit. There. Okay, so that's the Medley Mora. How this thing works is this. The ship itself is the cruiser and capital ship with its 2 Reaper torpedoes. These are essentially frigate and anti-destroyer. They also cause a lot of distraction and problems, especially the Thunder for cruiser and capitals. The Vulcan cannons are anti-fighter, essentially anti-fighter and anti-missile. So if this thing gets swarmed by fighters, it just shoots them down. If a capital starts laying down the hurt on it, it just uses its dampener field to survive that for a long time. And if everything else goes wrong, well, There's also probably going to be like 15 others Moras with all their fighters bearing down on something and all their report torpedo tubes bearing down on them. So that won't be a problem for very long. That's just how that tends to go. Alright, to Tupkasi. Oh no, try Tachyon. They have a problem with us. Like, how dare you do all of these black market trades? And we're like, go eat my arse. You corporate douchebags. Alright, let's go make more money. Excellent. Money. It reminds me of Hell of a Boss. Oh, what's the greatest thing in the world? Money! Let's close that window. No, let's close that window. Good. Because it probably wasn't showing stream chat. It's probably showing something else. Because of how I have this set up. The only way I can make it work. Alright, so we're going to take those. And I guess we'll take these two. Sounds good. Alright. Guys, have anything I want on this level? Doesn't look like it. You got some food, though. Now, food can be useful. Hold up. You guys are selling transplutonics for 27 credits. Capadesh wants those for dirt cheap. Now, these can be useful. Not enough for us to take them, but they can be useful. Alright. What's up, Millie? Alright. You want me to go murder my fellow pirates? Very well. Hello, Miss Pirate Rids. Those tab grabbers. Hello, expensive. You want me? Oh, right. So one thing you can do, if you accept a quest that you don't actually want, is you can abandon it on the same day. And that will abandon it without any problems. Right, so we can go trade some faction. Jack up some of our friends. Don't worry, they're used to it. And we'll see what we can do from there. Let's head back to Port Royal and see if we can find out. See if we can find out what our... Okay, why are we moving so slow? We need... It's these, isn't it? No, that's... Those are... No. It's not you guys, right? Is it the Mora? It's the Muir, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, no one ever said they were the fastest things ever. The remnants are raiding it. Oh no. We all matched alright. They're gonna get here and they're just gonna see a giant wood chipper. Alright, nice. We've got all the money. Alright, so... Commerce is building there and there. You have all these space stations, or orbital stations, whatever they're called. And we just... Let's see. Who wants this? Tiger City, but not for a good price, and we're at war with those douchebags. Billion Yield wants that. Countess Den wants those. Umber wants that, and Umber wants those. Let's just toss that on there. And let's see. Let's head back to Matanzas. It's like the douchiest way to do it. Okay. Let's sort those. Anything new for us? No. Excellent. Okay, but we did only have 4 of those, so let's look at our ships. So we have lots of thunders on these, and that's great. However, there's something else we can do that's far more potent. We need daggers, and then we need thunders, and that'll do the trick for these guys. They won't be amazing, but, you know, they'll be there at least. And these guys won't really be close enough to do much with those. But anyway, it's alright. We'll get it done. Let's see. What blueprints do we have? Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have much, do we? Alright, weapons. We need to start raiding. And start taking stuff. Now, those remnants are going at that remnants raid is going to come for us pretty soon. Rebellions. Okay, sounds good. Some sort of rebellion going on there. Where is... Oh. Alright. Alright, so Umber wants that in over there. Volturnian lobster. From over there, I thought the game crashed or something. It's like, what? Alright. So they for dirt cheap at Umber. Nice. Well, this helps. Helps quite a bit, actually. Okay, well, that's nice. Let's see, markets. We don't necessarily need that. Storage. We do actually need to go and, you know, grab these things. So we need that Tempest location. We need this, so we're going to need that 150 heavy machinery that we usually have to get. Oh, there's that bounty that we can do. We can also go beat the crap out of some... Also go beat the crap out of some people. Get that Tachyon Lance. That's the capital version. That's a large version, by the way. Get this Enforcer over here. They're in the same system. That's nice. Then we should go do this cache, so we might find some good stuff there. So in order to do that, we need... Usually about 200 is everything you need there. We'll take all these Marines, and we want about, I don't know, 3,000 or so. We'll do 4,000 supplies. Max out on gas, and I think we have everything that we need. Alright, let's go do this. So we can go jack up all our friends there. That'll make the Pathers like us a bit more. Right, so we're going to go do what we do best. Now let's see. Doctrine. Let's go ship holes, and let's say that we like these more than those. Huh, they really don't want to use the Colossus, do they? Oh well. Okay, sounds good. Let's go. The invasion of Ogre. They're off doing their thing. Where are the rim? Oh wait, what are we doing? We have enough supplies. We don't need to worry about this crap. Just go in a straight line. So, where are... Oh, by the way, new mission. Sabotage their fuel production. Success chance is 58%. Go for it. Do your thing. They hit us anyway. Let's see. Colony threats. Where are they coming from anyway? No one knows. Oh well. Is what it is. And our fuel range is the entire sector, so I'm not worried about that. That's what you get when you have two Prometheuses. Very nice. In we go. Let's make sure we're kind of invisible. And what's this? It's a wolf, eh? We don't want the wolf. We'll salvage it though. And let's head over to this debris field, why don't we? Nothing on scanners. That's either good or bad or both. This is debris field here. What are you? Right, you're one of those. Alright, sounds good. Okay, seems to be some stuff up here. What's your story, Brenda? A prospector. Yeah, alright, go for it. We don't want the mercury. We'll take everything else. Ah, nice. We don't want the dram. Ooh, an ultra rich ore deposit somewhere. We'll take it. We don't want the shrike. Let's go look at that kite. And did someone just join us? No. Alright, sounds good. Hello, Friendzo. Now we will also need to survey these planets. That is something that we can also do.